With over 20 years' experience working within government, leading teams to get results and focus on ensuring that we can leverage, tailor and maximise our strategies and programs to help build a capable workforce and deliver demand-led solutions. To share ideas on how to attract, skill and retain staff, please welcome the Assistant Secretary of the National Workforce Solutions at the Australian Government Department of Employment and Workplace Relations. That's one big title. Mr. Cameron Maitre. Big round of applause. Go on, he loves it.
Well done on the name. Good afternoon. Thank you for the welcome. I am Cameron Maitre, correct pronunciation, Assistant Secretary for the National Workforce Solutions branch in the Australian Government Department of Employment and Workforce Relations. I'd like to start today by acknowledging the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, the traditional custodians in the lands which we're meeting today, and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here today. I'd also like to thank AMTL for the opportunity to speak. AMTL has developed a strong working relationship with our department, and Shane and Greg in particular are strong advocates to help to support the member base to understand and access the programs that we offer to help improve labour market supply, build workforce solutions and capacity for business. Today I will provide some information, tools and resources that businesses can use to attract and retain staff in the current environment. As I understand it, the slide deck will be available and the web links, so you'll be able to obtain the web links from the resources there. So at the moment we have a remarkably low employment rate. It's a challenging environment to employ and to attract labour. As far as the labour market's concerned, it's a seller's market. To achieve the results you're looking for, you may have to rethink your recruiting processes and the approach. You might need to consider how to cast your net as wide as possible to reaching the entire labour pool and not just a restricted component of it. You might need to think about how to attract members of diversity groups and how to promote yourself and your sector to including what is your employee value proposition. More on that later. This data is largely taken from November last year from the ABS. It demonstrates or shows manufacturing is a large employing sector, offering opportunities across Australia from entry-level roles right through to professional, technical, scientific and management roles. There's opportunities in cities, regional and rural areas, in industries from small local firms right through to multinationals. Working through some of the data, you can see there's 6.5% of all workers in Australia have their main job in this industry. Manufacture also offers a very secure job, with 85% of positions being full-time roles. This is something that can be leveraged when selling to your employers or potential employers. At 28%, female participation is quite low. This represents another opportunity and potentially new source of labour for the industry. With a median age of 43, it does have an ageing workforce. But on the good news, at $1,400 per week, it's higher than all industries as a wage. Over the last 20 years, the data has indicated a downward trend in employment in the sector. Post-COVID, we have seen a slight reversal of that, with nearly 50,000 new workers, or 5% of the workforce, added in the 12 months to November last year. We consider this may be a return to normal following the COVID experience, and there is some indications that workers are moving from other sectors into the manufacturing sector. Whatever the case, the current round of policy objectives and levers the government's pulling, including a transition to net zero, suggests that this trend is likely to continue. This slightly confusing graph is showing the frequency of staff being replaced, the most recently recruited staff being replaced. It does demonstrate some stability in the sector, but it also identifies that the sector is second only to the accommodation and food services sector in terms of replacing staff for the most recently recruited occupations. So although the focus today is on how to attract staff, it's probably worth thinking about how to retain and keep those staff once they're on site. Which brings us to the employee value proposition. One of the ways you can attract and retain staff is to become an employer of choice. It's a candidate's market and they know what they're looking for. We've had research by Deloitte that demonstrates that there is a growing disconnect with what employers are offering and what employees are looking for. By developing and understanding your employee value proposition, you can tailor your offering to attract and retain more staff. So what types of things does it offer? Surprisingly, remuneration is only one of a number of factors. Staff incentives are important, training and development opportunities. And if you look at the sector with industries where you can go from entry level to management, those career trajectories are being shown to be important to employees. It's one of the things they're looking for. How you support diversity and inclusivity into the workplace. Do you offer flexible working arrangements? If you are, make sure you let people know. Is your positive brand within the community there to be seen? Are you seen by the community as a community member or someone that's taken from the community? Remuneration is one of the aspects. If you're interested in this, the website at the bottom, which will be on the slide pack, provides a toolkit and a guide on how to go about developing your employee, the value proposition for your company. So I'm saying, look at a wider group of people. Who are they? We need to find the right people with the right attributes. Skills can be taught, knowledge can be given, but it's what's important is finding people who are going to show that reliability, loyalty, initiative, curiosity, and the right mindset that you can manage them as an employee. So, as I referenced earlier, the sector only has 28% women. So that represents a pool of people who are currently not being engaged by the sector who potentially could provide opportunities for you. There's also a growing pool of older candidates who are reliable and experienced people who may not be in your recruiter's sights. This is another significant missed opportunity for the sector. Multicultural and First Nations. This comes back to the point around, are you a community member? Companies that have an employee mix that's representative of their community are seen in a better light. And the last group there are neurodivergent individuals. This is an umbrella term used to describe a range of conditions like autism, ADHD, dyslexia. Neurodivergent team members look at the world in a different way and they bring different strengths to neurotypical people. By exploring this as an option, you may find solutions not offered by other staff members. So to assist companies with this journey, our department has developed a number of resources. These are all found on our website. The team, one of the resources is a series of webinars called Hiring Outside the Box. These webinars are short 30-minute presentations providing tips for the business community on how to attract and retain talent for both small and large businesses. You'll hear from industry experts and businesses, not bureaucrats, not public servants. And we hear the business people talk about what the strategies that they've used, including the benefits of attracting new types of talent and hiring diverse, inclusive teams. The webinars have proved highly popular with businesses of all sizes, and we continue to produce new ones on a regular basis. There's also at the bottom of that page a web link to a fact sheet which provides tips for finding, interviewing, hiring people from different backgrounds and with different perspectives. It covers inclusive job design and how you can support new and current employees to work in ways that value their differences and leverage their skills and deliver the best outcomes for your work. The Workforce Australia for Business Division, my division, offers a number of programs to help fund and support businesses to bring people into their workforce. Some of these, we've got the employment liaison officers who essentially work as a concierge service. So they work with business, they work with the peaks like AMW and priority small and large employers to help people understand the range of programs and supports offered by the government. Basically, they'll help you build a programmatic solution to assist you with your workforce solutions. Launch Into Work funds businesses to prepare employees for entry-level positions. It funds activities to help people build the skills they need to enter the workforce. Programs are co-designed with businesses, so we work closely with the business to tailor a solution specifically to that business. The business has a lot of say in what that solution looks like. Then we work through with the individuals. I've got an example where I'll show you in a slide or so, to get staff into the business that have been with the appropriate supports to ensure that give them the best chance to become invaluable employees. We also have Workforce Australia for Local Jobs, which builds and funds solutions tailored to a specific location. So these are place-based solutions to help people build the right solutions for their location, their town, their region. They're supported by employment facilitators who work with the businesses to help them fill vacancies. Those facilitators and through the local recovery, the Workforce Australia Local Jobs Fund also have access to a fund called the Local Recovery Fund, which supports initiatives that maximise employment opportunities, including projects that prepare individuals to fill local positions. To highlight some of these programs, I've got a case study from Launch Into Work. So late in 2023, we partnered with AMW to deliver a pre-employment project to prepare people looking for work for CNC operator roles. AMW department worked together to design the skills pathway and a delivery approach for this project. It was delivered in Mount Druitt for employees across South Sydney West and the Sydney Greater West regions. One of the key considerations is ensuring all applicants were capable of being successful in the project. So you can see from the first column that there was a multi-screening approach that included alcohol testing, information sessions, so people understood what they were getting into and looking for work, along with interviews to participate in the program. The pre-employment was delivered over 3 weeks. Applicants are required to commit to those 3 weeks. As I said, the program is all about getting people ready for work. We provide life skills and training and a number of activities to help people be ready for work. Some of those details are listed in the top left-hand corner of the slide behind me. We also delivered through the Mount Druitt TAFE a series of targeted technical, non-accredited training to help these applicants come through. Normally, we'd have workplace placements with this sort of program, but for reasons specific to this program, that wasn't applicable. So participants undertook simulated work experience in the Mount Druitt TAFE's workshop. The activities that they participated in are in the top right-hand corner. Mentoring and wraparound support was provided throughout the program for all elements of the project, including the information sessions and further support for the individuals once they were in the program. With details around that is in the bottom right-hand corner. Of a pool of 20 candidates, we screened out, we had 14 candidates attend face-to-face workshops, and 11 were selected to participate in the program. Of the 11, 9 have completed the project and 8 have commenced work. So it is intensive, but we do get very good results with the people who get through. It's about producing the right people and people you can trust moving forward. So one of the people was a mature age person. We also had participants from cold backgrounds and refugees. So it works for a range of applicants. It's been a reasonably quick presentation. Just as a last, if that example or any of the other supports interest you, or you're interested in talking to the department, we have a dedicated employer liaison officer for the manufacturing industry, Mark Armour. His details are up there. He works closely with AMTEL and has a keen interest in supporting its member base, which you can find his contact details there. There's a couple of additional resources on our website, including guides and tips on hiring an apprentice or trainee, supporting staff for disability, which is there's a disability employment service run by the Australian government that helps businesses and people with disability find work and keep a job. Another full of under-tapped resources. There's a link to the disability website on the screen. Oh, so that's me. Got to the end.
I'm Norman.
I'm happy to hang around and take questions.
Fantastic. So if you have any further questions, Cameron's going to